Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, Nick the Gardener. Today I'm going to be harvesting my no-dig potatoes, which I planted in April on Good Friday. So they've had quite a long time in there now. Most of them are second earlies and they've all died down. They died down a bit too quick really, in my opinion. I should have supported them more in the middle. They all got flattened by the wind and the rain, which didn't help things, but I'm sure I'll get quite a good harvest. Hopefully there should be some quite big potatoes in there, because the potatoes what I put in the ground, seed potatoes, only had 1 or 2 chits on, and any of the smaller chits I just rubbed off. So that should mean I should get some decent sized potatoes. There's bound to be some tiddlers in there always is. But I'll show you the video now of how I planted them and everything. And I'm just going to start to remove the grass clippings in a minute and pull the horns out. And yeah, we'll have a look, see what we've got. Hopefully it's a decent yield. I'm not going to harvest them all today, maybe just 1 row, but we'll have a look, see what I'll get from them. Maybe 2 rows, we'll see. So what I intend to do with this is basically just fill it full of compost. Yeah, what I'm planning on doing is emptying it all out on here, raking through it, getting all the bigger bits out. The soil just here, not going any deeper than this. They're just going to be sat on top basically, but there's going to be, you know, just compost on top of them, and then eventually I'll be putting some grass clippings and stuff like that on top of them as well, just to cover the compost to protect it. Feed the worms, suppress the weeds, keep the moisture in, stuff like that. Yeah. So this ground hasn't been disturbed in well over a year. It's had biochar added to it, it's had loads and loads and loads of compost added to it already, although the compost has been eaten away, and now you can just see the topsoil kind of on top. But yeah, so it's had a lot of fertility and everything. I'm going to put some blood, fish and bone down and some potato fertiliser before I put the compost down, so then the potatoes will be sat on top of that. And the reason why I'm doing it like this year is because I did do no-dig potatoes over here with a ball planter last year, but my soil wasn't good enough just to pull them out. The soil was too hard. And as you can see, I didn't get all the potatoes out because I've got several volunteers coming up here. So before I crack on, there's just a couple of dandelions here what I've got to come out. Another one just here actually, just having a little scout around. There's just a few little weeds popping through, which I'll probably just hoe them off. In fact, there might be a little bit of bindweed. Is that bindweed coming up here? Yeah, so a bit of bindweed already coming up this year. So I'm just going to sprinkle some potato fertiliser around. I'll just spread a little bit of blood, fish and bone out around, and a little bit choppy, but all pretty much went on there. So I'm not going to go too mad with this. Just want to give it, you know, a little bit of enrichment. So just going to give it, you know, like I say, not a massive amount, just enough just to give it a little bit of a boost. I mean, I'm going to give this a bit of a rake in, just so that when I put the potatoes down, the roots will not come directly in contact with the blood, fish and bone in this, as it may burn them to start off with a little bit. But yeah, I reckon that'll do. Just like I say, nothing too scientific or anything about it, but yeah, just a bit of blood, fish and bone, just to enrich it and give them a bit of a good start. Give the food, biology in the soil something to munch on, to turn it into plant available nutrients. There's going to be nutrients in the compost anyway, which is going to get leached down into the soil from the rain. So I'll just grab, me fork, not me fork, sorry, me rake, a big landscaping rake, and just give that a little tickle in. And also if there's any weeds popping through, that's just going to disturb them, so that, I mean, they're going to be smothered by the compost anyway. Right, so that's all raked in nicely. I'm just going to go and start preparing the compost. Okay, I'm just going to stop there for a moment. Most of the materials, what were coming off the top of the compost pile, wasn't fully 100% broken down, so but the stuff underneath is looking quite good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rake out this stuff under here, what's not so broken down, not perfect, so that's going to be at the bottom, and then I'll put the other stuff which is a bit better on top. Get a wriggle on because it looks like it's going to rain in a sec. So I've pretty much got all the compost on here, what I think I'm going to need for the potatoes. Just going to level it out a bit because it's a bit lumpy and gone a bit OTT again. But yeah, don't want the potatoes to go green, obviously. Take these few bigger twigs out. But kind of happy with that. Oh, so we just had a little shower, but it's cleared, and hopefully there's going to be a bit more sunshine coming. But I've got the first 2 rows in. I put 9 potatoes in each row. And I'm just about to do the 3rd row now. So I've got this big board so I don't compress the compost too much. And all I'm doing is getting my trowel and taking out any twigs if I come across them in the hole, and just going down until I reach the soil surface below the compost there. So I'm hoping these are going to do really well here with all this compost on. They should do. What I might have to do is perhaps top it up a bit after it's rained a few times, if it's compacted down quite a bit. But I will be popping grass clippings over the top when I get them eventually. And that'll just stop the potatoes from going green if there's any growing near the surface. Help keep the moisture in. Help suppress any weeds that want to grow. Feed the soil, feed the worms. So there's plenty of worms in this compost. So yeah, I'm hoping when I'm harvesting these, I'm just going to lift the plant out, and that's going to be it really. I don't have to dig. I'll probably have to rake through the compost, so I haven't left any volunteers in there. But yeah, hopefully this is going to really improve the soil as well with all this compost. I mean, this bed has had lots of compost added to it. I had corn grown in there last year, and I applied compost 2 or 3 times. You know, twice before the corn was planted, and whilst it was growing. And then I put some on over winter as well. And because my soil's a sandy loam, yeah, not like clay where it holds on to the nutrients and stuff. Sandy loam, it all just washes through, and yeah, it just gobbles up compost. So I'm going to put the next 8 out, 9 sorry, there's one already here. So here's the potato bed. Like I say, I should have supported it down through the rows here a bit more with some wire. I thought putting a fence around the edge would have supported them, but they've all just flopped over. And I mean, some of them are still green, but the 2 rows at the end here, they're main crop. So I'll leave them in for a little bit longer. They'll be the last ones what I come to harvest. But I thought I was going to start off down this row here, and yeah, remove the grass, pull out the haulms, and hopefully most of the potatoes will come out like that. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to dig them. So hopefully get them all out, not have any volunteers for next year or anything. So I'm just going to start removing the grass. So just before I start removing the grass clippings, you can see I've got some the actual potato seeds in here. Look a little bit like the tomatoes. Well, we are from the same family, the Solanaceae family, but these are very, very poisonous. I don't let any animals eat them. But yeah, some people can grow them and get a new variety of potato from them. I'm not going to bother doing that, I don't think. But we're just going to go in the compost bin, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to start removing grass now, and I can already see one potato there, what looks quite big, and it's at the surface. It looks like it's gone a little bit green, so that's a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, doing this method, you're probably going to get more green ones than if you do it the traditional way, in trenches and stuff. But, get past this comfrey. Start trying to get this grass up. All this grass will be going in the compost bin. A lot of these horns have all died off, look. I want to try and leave them in if I can. Hopefully pull some of the potatoes up with them. So yeah, there's a couple of big ones there already. Oh, that's a big one. Wow. Crikey. So one thing I didn't mention in the other video, well, how I planted them, was I did actually put some yellow sulphur down in the soil back in sort of February time to help lower the pH. So hopefully this is on the shot. Don't know if you can see any of these potatoes. There are quite a few on the surface and they are quite big. So that's got quite a lot of grass clippings removed. Just going to get a bag to harvest them in. So these first ones that are coming out, the second early, they're pretty big. That one has got a hole in it, but only a little hole. Looks like it, not all the way through, I mean. So yeah, proper big potatoes coming out there. Just take these ones off the top, what I can see. Crikey. Alright, let's get back to this first one. Let's try and pull out this foliage. Crikey. So if my single seed potatoes turn out anything like this, I'll be mega happy. Yeah, I think that's it from that first plant. So that one's been nibbled by something. I think what I'll probably have to do, yeah, just slide that stuff over, foliage over. Oh my god, these potatoes are massive. Oh, so there's a hole. Yeah, just come across a hole underneath that potato and it's been eaten. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, there's a hole straight down here, straight under that potato plant. Right, so let's see if we've got any more potatoes in this bit. Nope, let's go to the next one. Crikey. The size of these potatoes are massive. Look at the size of that. So yeah, there's definitely some sort of rodents in here eating them. Crikey. See the size of that. Oh my god. It's a shame that things I've been getting in to eat some of these. Yeah. So not all of them big, some of these little tiddlers in there. But yeah, there's definitely rodent tunnels in here. This is a bit of a shame. Right, I'll pull this next one and I'll come and show you what I've got. Oh my god. Right, I'm just going to quickly come and show you what I've got so far then. So yeah, some of these potatoes, absolutely massive. Look, that one's been nibbled on by rats or mice or something. But there's some whoppers in there. Shame that one's gone green. But yeah, plenty for jacket potatoes. Yeah, look, crikey, look at that. Perhaps get the last few out in this row. See what we've got up the whole row. I'll tell you what, it weighs a ton. That's in that row, isn't it? There's another one that's been slightly eaten. Oh. Yeah, so this one's been eaten as well, look. It's a bit of a shame. And that one. So we're not coming out 100% clean, some of them have got a scab on. Which isn't too bad because it peels off. Right, last one in this row then. Crikey. A bit of bindweed. Yeah, that's it for that row. So it's really easy to harvest, didn't have to dig or anything. I'll show you what we've got. crikey. So yeah, I mean, I'm saying there's probably a good at least 10 kilogram there, I'd say. I think I've got my scales with me, so I'll give them away in a minute. But unfortunately, rodents have found a way in there, and they've eaten some of the biggest ones. So that's a bit of a shame. But there's whoppers in there, absolute whoppers. Let's go and get the scales, find out what they weigh. Okay, I've had to put them in a different bag because, oh, what's that say? Can't even read it. Oh, right. So this is in pounds, and that says 20.8 pounds, or what's that? 9.45 kilogram. That's not too bad. I didn't include the ones what had been eaten by the rats or whatever they were. But I'm happy with that. There's big old potatoes in there. Okay, I'm quite happy with that first row. I think I'm going to pull the second row as well, just to see if they've been eaten or not. It just looked like the rat holes are down this sort of side. But it'd be good to find out if they're all getting munched. I might as well try and get them all up quicker rather than leaving them in there. So I'm just going to pull this second row, we'll have a little look, see what they're like. Yeah, so I only recorded the last little bit of the harvesting that row. I've got to press, well, I thought I'd press the record button, but I didn't, obviously. But this is what I've got from that second row. It's about half as much as from that first row. But there were loads, absolutely loads, what had been eaten in that second row. So I'm a little bit concerned about the rest of them and leaving the rest in there. So that's only 2 rows harvested. I'll just give it a little break through just to check I hadn't missed any. And it was really easy to harvest. They're all sat on top of the surface soil, the soil surface, underneath the compost. None had actually gone into the soil because it's so bloody hard here. But yeah, something's definitely been nibbled on them, and I'm a bit gutted really, because that's quite a few there, big ones what have been eaten. I've never had that problem with potatoes before, so even that one's got a little bit of a nibble on it. But getting some big potatoes, I mean, that's got a little bit of a nibble on it as well, and it's gone green a bit. But that one's got a bit of a manky bit on it. So yeah, I'm happy with the size of the potatoes, and they are, you know, the ones that are clean, but it's just a shame that someone's been eating them. So I'd say it's definitely a success with the no-dig potatoes. I haven't had to dig the soil, which was the main goal. And I'm happy with the harvest of the size of potatoes. Just a bit gutted that someone's eating them. Chin, and please leave a comment if you've got any questions or anything. I'm happy to answer them in the comment section. But yeah, I'll probably harvest some more in the next week or so, because I've got enough here for me at the moment, and I'll probably give some to Meadow and Julia, because I know she likes the big baking potatoes. Yeah, and before I go, what I'll do actually, I'll give you a little look at the single seed potatoes, which are doing alright. I'll just spin you around. So this one here, this has got 15 cuttings in, and they all had flowers on earlier, and I've just been round picking them all off. I don't think I've missed any, but well, I'm bound to miss some, probably just there. But yeah, they're doing alright. They're all really nice and green still. They were a bit wilted the other day because I hadn't been up here to water them. But since I give them a drink, they've all pulled through, so that's all right. So that's the first 15, or sorry, over the last 15. The first 6 I planted are in this big cauldron here, and you can see that they are actually starting to die off and go yellow a little bit. I can't see no potatoes protruding from the surface, which is good. I have earthed them up. I've got 2 more in this one here, and these are still green, a lot more greener than these ones, but they're doing alright. And I've got like a raspberry ripple sort of flower, like a pink and white one. So yeah, hopefully I'll get good results from these. I saw Robert's harvest the other day and it looked epic, so well done Robert. And yeah, hopefully I'll get some decent sized potatoes for me. I noticed you didn't get any monsters, but hopefully I'll get some decent sized ones in here. Good luck to everyone else as well in the competition. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and if you've got anything from the video, please give us a thumbs up and a like, subscribe and what have you, all that good stuff. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, have a good weekend, and goodbye.